G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Rolling Around the Campfire. Today we are doing beef ribs. So I've got me ribs here. I get them from my local butcher where Jacko works at. He doesn't give me any discount, but I've got to teach Jackson to make sure he gets in there and pick out some good cuts for me. But anyway, we'll get them out of the pack. And what I'm going to do is I will season them up first. So what you normally do, there's a bit of a membrane on the back of the rib here. Sometimes it peels off pretty easily, sometimes it doesn't. But what I'll do, I'll just sort of put a couple of scores across it like that, just so the seasoning flavour can go through it a bit in the cooking process. So I'll just put a couple of scores across it, helps it out, get that flavour into it. And then I just get my seasoning, use whatever barbecue seasoning you like to use. This one's a guy I've been watching for a bit on YouTube from the States. He's a smoker, but it all does the same. So I'll just give it a good coating of your seasoning on all sides. Flip him over, do it again, other side. Just make sure you get a good coverage of it and pat it into your meat. Get it well seasoned, and that flavour will go through that meat. But what I'll do, I'll leave it sit for about an hour. I'll go get the fire going once I've done this. And then we'll chuck them in the fridge for about an hour. This is just a salt, pepper, garlic mix. Just saves on using the salt, pepper, a bit of garlic. So I'll just chuck a bit of that on it. Pat her on down the sides. Make a big mess of Mum's kitchen. They love that. And then just another rub that from the meat church stocks. But you just choose whatever rubs you like. If you use different herbs, just even salt and pepper, bit of paprika or garlic salt, works just fine. So I'll just sit that in the fridge now for about an hour. I'll go get the fire going, let that seasoning really get hold of that meat, and now we'll come back with you once the fire's ready to chuck them on. Cheers. Rightio, so we're back. Been in about an hour. We've got the ribs out, the fire's roaring, so we'll take them out and we'll chuck them on. Show you how we do it. Head out the back, good old backyard fire pit. And so what I'll do, I'll get the fire going, a few coals happening, and first up I'll just sear these ribs over the top of the fire. So I'll just chuck them straight on like that, and I'll do both sides, probably give them roughly 5 to 10 minutes each side. That'll get a bit of smoke into them as well. So I've put a bit of, most of that's all ironbark timber, but I've chucked a couple of lumps of blue gum in there, which normally gets a bit smoky, and really nice smoky sort of smell to it. So that'll go through the meat as well. So we'll do that for about, like I said, 5-10 minutes. And then once that's done, we'll chuck them in the camp oven. So we'll be back with you in about 5-10 minutes. Rightio guys, so it's been like a bit over 10 minutes I suppose. I just gave them a flip before, done both sides, so we've got a bit of crusty char on them. So we'll take them off and go chuck them in the camp oven. So I'll just chop these up a bit between the rib bones. and they'll go straight into the camp oven. Probably need that because they're going to be quite warm. Glasses off, and yeah, I'll just slice them straight down the middle between the bone, which I think, if my memory serves me right, back to my butchering days, is the intercostal. So yeah, we'll chuck them in the camp oven. So rightio, now we're going to mix up our bit of sauce that it'll cook in. So what we need is some beef stock. Chuck that in. Bit of onion and garlic. Now the recipe, I'll put a card in and put it in the description as well, so you don't have to sit there now and write it all down as you go. A little bit of chilli. You don't have to put chilli in if you don't like it, but I like chilli, so we'll chuck some in. I don't make it super hot because Mandy doesn't like anything too spicy. So yeah, just a good dollop of chilli, a bit of barbecue sauce, bit of golden syrup, some seeded mustard, you can use normal mustard if you want. You always got to, sometimes when you're out camping, make do with what you got available. So you can always chop and change the recipe. That's what I'd always do. I find a recipe if I want to try and cook something and have a look at it and chop and change. So yeah, a bit of horseradish is the next thing to go in. So it's normally 4 tablespoons of the mustard and 4 tablespoons of the horseradish. I just find it goes really good with beef. I often use it on my roast, coat it, and gives that little bit of a crunchy bark on the outside. But yeah, it's nice and tasty. So there we have it. We've got all the ingredients in there, and we'll just chuck them on the coals and let them simmer for 3 hours. I find rice and slow, long time, breaks that meat down. It's not so tough, keeps it all tender and gets that flavour going through it. So we'll go chuck it back on the fire and see how she goes. So we're using the aluminium cast camp oven again. I like using these because they're easy to clean, low maintenance, and they do a great job. So we'll just a couple of coals back. Chuck me little stands down. I'll just chuck the oven on and let it do its job. So there we are. Yeah, so we'll leave that for probably 3 hours. Come back, give it a stir every now and then, just to mix everything up a bit. in yeah, 3 hours time we'll have some delicious taco hopefully. Gypsy thinks it smells alright anyway. Rightio, so we're done with the cooking. The weather turned a bit ordinary in the end. We had a couple of scuds and a little bit of a storm blow over, but we got it done in the end. This seems to be a cursed meal for us. I did it a couple of weeks ago and I deleted all the footage off the SD card before I could edit it, so that's why I'm redoing it today. But anyway, we got it done. So the ribs there, they turned out perfect. So we'll plate them up with our, we did a bit of grilled zucchini on the grill plate as well, which we like to do. And we've got some corn in here and we've got some mashed potato to go with it. But yeah, there's the little tasty beef lollipops. Look at that. We'll get the corn out. Check out how it went. Looks quite good. Make a bit of room on the plate for it. Quite
the camera, whoopsie.
Quite tropical. Nice and warm. So yeah, there we have it. Nice, hearty, tasty meal. So we'll go put her over on the table and we'll plate her up and we'll do a taste test and see what it's like. Rightio, so the moment of truth. We've got
Are we feeding all of Mackay or?
Oh, I don't know.
It's a lot of food.
And then the rain starts coming down again.
Yeah. Anyway, right.
Give her the taste test.
So look at that. You can taste the smoke. And all the flavouring you put on there.
Tender?
Bloody good. Bloody good.
There you go, folks. Another one is a winner. So give it a try. I'll drop the recipe somewhere in the video, plus I'll put it in the description. So yeah, next time you want to try your favourite ribs, give this recipe a go and see what you reckon. Cheers.